Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2 Project A-Spec Mod Part 9. If my voice sounds a little bit off, that's because I just took a bong rip and I am in dank fucking city right now. Anyway, in the last episode we completed the 4-wheel drive challenge using this thing. We actually used both of these for it. And, on this episode, we are actually going to tackle the FR challenge, but we have an issue. Neither of these cars are FRs. You know what this means? Time to buy a new car. And I already know what I'm buying. I did not mean to hit back. I am buying this motherfucker. It's a Supra 93, 236 horsepower at 1550 kilos, and I am jumping in that. We now have 35.9k to work with, and with that, I'm going to buy sports tires for now. Weight reduction stage 1 and 2. Racing flywheel. And a triple plate clutch. Oh, I should probably get a carbon drive shaft as well. That'd be a smart idea. And in terms of power, I'm not going to do too much. Just a racing chip. And maybe a semi-muffler? I have enough for a racing muffler, but I'll get a semi-racing muffler. And racing intercooler. Turbo kit? No. That puts me up too much. So now let's take a look at our Supra. 263 horsepower at 1426 kilos. And there's a reason I wanted to keep it under 300, and it's because the limit for race 1 is 295 horsepower. Race 1 of the FR Challenge, Clubman Stage Route 5. I'm going to throw a save state, and let's do this. I might be a little bit overpowered, but that's okay. It is A-okay with me if I'm a little bit overpowered. Come on, get around you. Oh shit, that's a wall. A little overpowered and a little heavy. Alright, this is Clubman, not special, so I gotta remember that. And oh! So we've got some understeer in this car for sure because of the weight. This is a really heavy car. So we definitely have some understeer issues. Oh, that's a wall. I'm gonna stay in third, try to avoid serious oversteer. When I'm in rear-wheel drive cars, most rear-wheel drive cars anyway. I know some rear-wheel drive cars can take second gear just fine, but I'm gonna try to to stick to third with these cars, just to avoid any serious oversteer. And that is race 1 of the FR Challenge done and dusted. Give it up for the Turbo Supra. Hell yeah. I'm still clearing my throat from that bong rip. Wow. A new car has been acquired. Well, that's another fun thing about GT2, like you probably noticed in the last episode, is it's not just a new car from the whole cup, new car from every race. Which means after every race, we are coming back to the garage to see what our new car is. And you know what? This can go fuck itself. Alright, the next race in the FR Challenge is at Special Stage Route 5, and it's got a 443 limit. And you know what? I'm just going to keep the car at what it's at right now and see what happens. Let's throw a save state and race 2 at Route 5. Full track. Special Stage Route 5, yes. Okay, into the tunnel. We've already been bumped into the wall by the AI, but it was also partially my fault because I didn't really brake hard enough. Sticking in third gear to avoid any serious oversteer because, yeah. Also, this is probably going to end up being the race that I save to replay for thumbnail purposes because I love nighttime track thumbnails. The nighttime tracks in these games, especially in the PS1 era. Like, once you got these PS1 games upscaled like this, these nighttime tracks are so beautiful. I know the YouTube video probably doesn't really do it justice, the one that I'm making, because I'm recording at such like low quality compared to what I'm actually playing at. But like if you saw the game running, like how I'm actually like playing it in person, like how if you were hanging out in person with me and saw the game, like how it was actually running while I'm playing it, like how it's actually running in real time, these nighttime tracks look fucking beautiful on the emulator, especially. When you got it upscaled, I'm like, yeah, the PS1 versions of these nighttime tracks are just genuinely fucking gorgeous. I don't care what anyone says. PS1 games can still hold up really well graphically if you do the right like enhancements to them through like emulation and shit. And like GT2, honestly, in my opinion, this game holds up really well if you play it on an emulator. In terms of game design, this game will always hold up really well. This is one of the best racing games ever made. But, like, strictly visually speaking, I feel like this game holds up really well if you play it on an emulator with the proper settings. On original hardware, you definitely see like how you can definitely see how badly it's aged if you play it on original hardware. But God, like running it on the emulator like this, it looks so good. Maybe maybe not in the video you're watching, but because like I have to record it because of how shitty my laptop specs are. I do have to record at a much lower quality than I'm actually playing at, but. I'm actually playing this with the 60 frames per second hack turned on, but I have to record the footage at 30 in order to actually keep my 60 stable. I have to record it at 30, so that's why you're not seeing 60 FPS footage. Even though I'm playing the game at 60, these videos are not in 60. You know what I mean? Yeah. I won. And then the Sylvia dove in after me right after I won, which was kind of funny. Another new car acquired. Hell yeah. Save replay. This is part 9. Woo! Still clearing my throat. Wow. Well, let's check out what car I got. Nismo 270R. You know what? I think I might keep this one because it might be useful later on for a specific race. I'm talking about one of the endurance races. So I'm actually gonna keep that one. Okay, final race of the FR Challenge, Midfield Raceway. Should I try to tackle this with my Supra still only at, what's it at again? 263? No, I think this is where I go get a turbo. I think this is where I pick up my first turbo kit. Let's go. Race 3, midfield. I'm going to save the state before I start the race, and I think this is the first race we've done on midfield so far in the playthrough. I know we've done a few tests here as well, but I think this is the first midfield race. Well, I could be wrong. We might have came here during the Club Cup. I can't remember. But this is a track that is also new to GT2. This was not in GT1. It's not new to Project A-Spec. There are no tracks new specifically to Project A-Spec. There are cars that are new specifically to Project A-Spec, but no tracks. This is just new to GT2 in general. But this track was not in GT1. This was debuted in GT2 and stayed around in GT3 and 4 before being removed from GT5, but then brought back in GT6 in one of the free updates. And then GT6 is the last game it was in. This track has not been seen since. This track is not in GT Sport or GT7, unfortunately, because this is actually one of my favorite tracks in the series, and I'm very sad that GT6 was the very last appearance of it, especially since in GT6 it was such a fucking afterthought, because it wasn't in the base game, and it only came in like one of the very last updates. Like, I think midfield was the last new track to be added to GT6 via update. So it was very much an afterthought in GT6. Like, the last game that this track was actually, like, given the justice it deserved in was GT4. But yes, this track was new for GT2. And it quickly became a fan favorite. It very quickly became a fan favorite in the series. I feel like everyone loves midfield. Like, it's technical, but in a simple way. And my god, I am just dominating the AI. Holy shit. I did not mean for this to happen. But hey, it happened. And the FR challenge has been conquered. Let's go. Let's go. Did it. Did it all with the Supra. And let's get those 7,000 smackaroons and another new car acquired. And because this is the final race of the cup, let's do a memory card save. It's not even a real fucking memory card. I do have like 2 real PS1 memory cards out in my living room, but like, I'm playing this on an emulator. Anyway, let's see what car we won from this. Hey! This is one of my favorite cars in the game, right here. The Mazda Speed RX-7 GTC. This thing is a beast, honestly. Alright, well, I'm gonna throw a save state. Thank you so much for watching part 9 of Let's Play Gran Turismo 2 Project A-Spec mod. In the next part, I have to figure out what we're gonna do in the next part. Bye!